In this video, I'm going to teach you how to learn new vocab when you are reading a new language, when you're studying for a new language. So this little story that I have is an extract of a page from my reading club. And what I normally tell my students to do is just read the first paragraph and pick up words that they don't know. So for example, imagine you don't know this word here. So when you go and analyze the word, you find out it's a verb. The first thing I tell them to do, if it's a verb, who is it conjugated for? So here it is conjugated for utumash and inesh. So it's two people, so it's conjugated for they. And here I tell them to just write that down. So they, it's the ilj. So ilj decidido, it's conjugated for ilj. And then I tell them to write down the root of the verb. So the infinitive, so that would be decidir. And then of course, what it means in English, it's to decide. And then also an important information about the verb is what tense is the verb in? Is it present? Is it in a future tense? Is it in a past tense? And you don't need to be so detailed in which past tense, just say it's in the past tense. And then carry on reading, and then here's another word that's imagine they don't know, so it's passeio. And that passeio is a noun. So when it's a noun, I tell my students to find out what gender the word is and then put that word in singular and in plural. So passeio is masculine, so it would be o passeio in singular and os passeios in plural. And then, of course, what it means in English, it's a trip, a stroll, or a road trip, etc. And then here we got another word that I think they might not know. So it's perto de. And perto, maybe they'll have a tendency to just translate perto first instead of perto de. If they do that, they'll find out that perto is an adverb of place, and perto de can be used with perto de, perto do, perto de. It depends on what comes after, if it's feminine or masculine. And that would be a preposition, and that means near or by, like by the sea, near the sea. In this case, it's by the aldeia. All right. Another thing that I like to tell my students is to identify the verbs, the nouns, and adjectives in the story or in the sentence. So here I like to use green for the verbs because it's an action word, so I think green is action. So I will color in all my verbs in green. So era is a verb, and then we have brilhava is a verb, estava is a verb, another one fazer is a verb, and decidiram, of course, is a verb. I think that's it. And then let's do adjectives. Let's put that in pink. I like pink for adjectives and adverbs. So bonita and fresca. And here's azul. It's also describing the sky, which is the cell. And I think that's it. And then we have nouns. Now nouns, what I tell them to do is to select the whole thing. The article, and the noun, so that you know if it's masculine or feminine, etc. So we put that in blue, and then we have o sol, that's a noun, and then o céu, a noun, and you're gonna, at the end, you're gonna come up with quite a colorful little paragraph or page, and it'll just help you to identify what is a noun, what is a verb, so that it will help you construct a phrase in the future. So that is what it will kind of look like. So yeah, if you belong to a reading club, this is a helpful tool that you can do to learn new vocab every single day. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.